Hello and welcome. Taking charge of your own health can sometimes feel, well, a little overwhelming, right? Like you're trying to put together a really complicated puzzle all by yourself. But what if it didn't have to be that way at all? Today, let's talk about a different path to wellness, one that's built on support, real understanding, and a deep respect for you and your body.
And really, the whole journey starts right here with this core belief. This quote just says it all, doesn't it? This isn't about a doctor just telling you what to do. It's about a true partnership. It's about having conversations where you feel heard and making choices that you feel genuinely good about together. That simple idea is the foundation for a whole new kind of healthcare.
So who's the guy behind this wonderfully compassionate approach? Let's meet the expert who has dedicated her entire career to creating this supportive space for women's health, Dr. Farzana.
Now, when you see all these qualifications, it's easy to just think of them as letters after a name. But they really tell a story of such a deep, focused commitment. We're talking everything from her medical degree to a special diploma in sexual and reproductive health. And she even trains other doctors now. You can just feel this is a foundation built on real expertise and a true passion for women's well-being.
And this isn't something that just happened overnight. We're looking at over 2 decades of dedication. Her journey started way back in 2003, and has led her all the way to becoming this respected expert who now shares her knowledge with other clinicians. You can see how every single step built on the last, creating this incredible depth of knowledge that you can really truly trust.
And that dedication, it doesn't just stop with one person. It really extends to the entire environment she's created. We're talking about a philosophy of care that's designed to nurture and support you at every single stage.
And here is that philosophy, so simple but so powerful. The mission is to nurture, not just to fix or treat. It's about seeing you as a whole person and supporting your overall well-being with an approach that is both holistic and completely empowering.
And this is what that mission looks like in a way that truly matters. The language isn't about some dry clinical outcome. It's about your life. It's about rediscovering your confidence, embracing menopause with grace, and rediscovering intimacy. These are the goals that make a real difference, and they are always at the heart of your journey.
Okay, so this all sounds wonderful, but how does it actually work in practice? Let's dive into the follow-up process. Just understanding how your progress is measured can remove so much of the anxiety from a health journey. It's a system that's designed to be careful, thoughtful, and totally transparent.
So your care doesn't just end the moment you leave the clinic. It is an ongoing partnership. It all starts with an early check-in, just for peace of mind. Then there's that really key review around the 3-month mark to see how your body is responding. And finally, a long-term assessment to make sure your results are lasting. It really is a partnership, every step of the way.
You might be wondering, why 3 months? Why that specific time frame? Well, it all comes down to your body's amazing natural biology. When your body is stimulated to produce new collagen, for example, that process peaks right around the 12-week mark. So this timing isn't random. It's designed to work with your body's own rhythm for healing, not against it.
Of course, how you feel is always the most important measure of success. That's number one. But what's so wonderful is that we can also use science to see what's happening on a deeper level. Using these clinical scales means your personal feelings of improvement are backed up by real, objective data. It's an incredibly powerful way to validate your own experience and see just how far you've come.
And here are just a few of those tools. I know, the names might sound a little technical, but their goals are very simple and very human. The FSFI helps track improvements in things like comfort and intimacy. The ICIQ measures changes in bladder control. And the green scale gives us a clear picture of how menopause symptoms are easing. Each tool just helps to tell the unique story of your progress.
But what if things aren't quite where they need to be at that 3-month review? That's perfectly okay. It just means your plan gets fine-tuned. This is the exact opposite of a one-size-fits-all approach. Adjustments are a totally normal and expected part of the process. Whether that means tweaking an HRT dose or adding a booster session, it's all about listening and responding to your body's unique needs.
Of course, starting any new health journey can bring up questions and, let's be honest, maybe a few worries. That's completely natural. So let's just talk openly about some common concerns, because your peace of mind is every bit as important as your physical health. This is such a valid and important question. In a world where we're constantly being sold things, it's completely natural to wonder if your care plan is truly about your health or about something else.
And the answer is a clear and simple no. An ethical, patient-first clinic operates on evidence. Additional sessions are only ever suggested if the clinical data and your own experience show they are needed to reach your goals. It is about your needs, not about profit.
Okay, here's another really common feeling. We live in a world of instant results, so it can feel so discouraging if you don't notice a dramatic change right away. It's easy to think, oh no, did it not work? So, what does it really mean when healing takes time?
It actually means your body is working beautifully. Real, lasting change, like tissue regeneration, is a quiet and gradual process. Think of it like planting a seed. The most important work is happening under the surface, long before you see the full bloom. Your body is healing and strengthening, even when you can't quite feel it yet.
And this is where the partnership becomes so powerful, because you have such an active role to play in your own wellness. Simple things like staying hydrated to help your cells repair, or eating foods rich in vitamin C to support that new collagen growth. They make a huge difference. These small acts of self-care empower you to become a true partner in your own healing.
So, with all of this in mind, let's talk about the final crucial part of this journey, because feeling safe and truly supported means knowing exactly what to look for and when to reach out.
Please always remember that your safety is the #1 priority. Now, while complications are very rare, it is so important to contact the clinic immediately if you experience any of these symptoms after a treatment. This isn't about causing alarm, it's about reassurance, knowing that your circle of care is always there for you.
And so, I want to leave you with this question to just reflect on. What would it feel like to have your health journey guided by both science and compassion? To feel truly heard and supported every single step of the way? Just imagine what might be possible for your health and your happiness then. Thank you so much for spending this time with me.